Okay, so now let's put together some of what we've learned so far. So right now we've established, at least on an esoteric level, is looking at this from the occult worldview of the Western and Eastern mystery traditions that pre-exist anything that we would call science, but also were the precursors to what we now understand to be science. These were the original observation methods of the ancient world. And out of that, we have learned that everything can be described as a pattern of energy. And what determines whether or not that energy is intelligent and sentient or not is how sophisticated the pattern happens to be. So the more sophisticated the pattern, the more intelligently it will respond, the more sentient it becomes. And we already know that their sentience is a divine quality. It's one of the three primary qualities that make up our understanding of the cosmos. The cosmos, though, also operates energetically on a system of polarity. So we know already that there is the creative principle and the reabsorption principle, yin and yang, the active and the passive. And this is where we get our derivatives in the accidents of awareness and perception of good and evil. So when something is wired to be energetically towards the yang or creative side, it's not going to be compatible with anything that is wired or towards the energetic streams of the reabsorption or yin side. And the best thing is when those things can operate symbiotically, but they don't necessarily do that when one is interfering with the interactions of the other. And this is where we start to get into things like spiritual illness and subsequently how demonic possession happens. We also understand in the occult that there is a macrocosmic and microcosmic process at work. The macrocosmos is all that is, and then our realm, the realm that we understand to be the human experience, is a microcosmic reality of that macrocosmic expression. So anything that's happening macrocosmically has its counterpart in the microcosm. Thus, human beings are made in the image of God and reflect the creative principle. Demons, on the other hand, are beastly creatures at the microcosmic level that are energetic expressions of the destructive reabsorption principle, and thus make us sick because we're not energetically compatible.